What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and this is the UFC Vegas 14 Draftkings picks and breakdown. I have a lineup already pulled up, and then we'll make one together. But let's first talk about this pulled up lineup that I think could be fairly successful. As far as my picks, so on the lineup, I have Brendan Allen. I got him for 7,900. Pretty solid deal. I think he's going to win. He's a very slight favorite. And for 7,900, I feel like you can't go wrong with a guy that is a fairly good submission artist. Now, next pick, I like Rafael Dos Sanjos, 8,800, so not super cheap, but also not overpriced. He's in the main event. He's been training hard. I think he's going to beat Paul Felder. I think he could potentially score a fair amount of points for you guys. That was my pick also, Rafael Dos Sanjos, and I think he is worth it. Now, next pick was kind of difficult, right? This is actually not in order, so I'm going to go from order of the more expensive ones. Now, the next pick was Kanaka Maratha, very tough female, ton of hype on her, 8,600 for her. I think she's going to beat Ronda Marcos for sure. Had to add her to the team. Now, as far as the next pick, I put Luis Smoka on the lineup. He was 8,400. I think he's going to win. I think he's got a lot of skills. He did miss weight, but potentially that could be to his advantage. Now, Abdul, Razak, Hassan, he's 9,100. He's very expensive, but he's a first-round knockout artist. Kind of would be stupid to pass on him, in my opinion. I had to add him. But because I added such a high favorite, now I didn't have much money left over, and I got stuck with Roque Martinez, who's fighting against Don'Tale Mayes, and it looks like it's going to be a squash match for Mayes. I'm telling you guys, Roque Martinez has a legitimate chance in this matchup. Do not count him out because of his physique nor his height. The guy is a very skilled martial artist and is super durable. He had a bad debut. It was against Alexander Romanov, who's definitely on his way to contendership. So honestly, no shame in that loss. I think Roque Martinez is pretty solid. And I did add him to the team. So my first lineup: Brendan Allen, Rafael Dos Sanjos, Roque Martinez, Maratha, Abdul, Razak, Hassan, and Luis Smoka. That is my six-piece lineup number one. Now we can quickly make one together. Let's clear this one and let's get into it. All right, if you're looking to not copy that exact one. All right, so we looked through Kanaka Maratha and Ronda Marcos. I like Maratha on the lineup, but I am going to wait. Sadly, the Marquez fight was canceled because he would have been a pretty good guy to have on the lineup because the guy, he finishes fights, that Marquez being. Di Freitas, Tony Gravely, don't love it. Mayes, Martinez, we'll see. Quinones, Smoka. All right, so I'm very confident, I'll be honest with you guys, in the main event in Rafael Dos Sanjos because I want him on my lineup. I enjoy having Rafael Dos Sanjos, the main event fighter, on the lineup. Now, as far as the next pick, I'm feeling like I don't want to stray super far from my original picks, but I do want to give myself a little bit more wiggle room to not get such an underdog in the final pick. I do want to add Maratha still. I don't want to miss out on her. Now, as far as the next person to add, if you're not feeling like, I want to add Luis Smoka, maybe you're doubtful of him, I think Kay Hansen is a solid lock. But the problem is she's 9,200 and she's known for decisions. I'm going to hold up. I'm going to put Razak Hassan back on. And now we're going to look through who is really worth it to put on the team. Is Miranda Granger potentially worth it? She might be. Eric Anders, maybe. Is he worth it? Or is Antonio Arroyo, his opponent, worth it? As far as this lineup goes, I'm feeling like I need to put an underdog here. I put Antonio Arroyo, and now I have to pick two more fights. So right now, the current lineup sits: Antonio Arroyo, Rafael Dos Sanjos, Kanaka Maratha, Abdul, Razak, Hassan. I have two more picks, and I have $15,800 left to play with. So I don't want to pick somebody too expensive. I want to be smart about this. I really feel like a good pick to have on the team. I'm feeling like I got to add Luis Smoka to the lineup. He's a hard guy to skip on, in my opinion. So I am going to add Smoka. Now I have 7,400 left. So I have a couple of options. Who is my most confident pick as far as underdogs go? I can go with Paul Felder, but then I'd be having two fighters fighting one another. Don't love doing that, but you are guaranteed victory if you do that, but I don't think Paul Felder wins by upset. Rise McKee, 7,300, maybe. Roque Martinez, 7,200. Chaos Williams, Corey McKenna. Again, I really feel like Roque Martinez, this is not a significantly different lineup than the first one. I feel like for a reason. I mean, it's hard to have a different lineup there. I think it's a solid one. This is the second one. It is Antonio Arroyo, Rafael Dos Sanjos, Roque Martinez, Kanaka Maratha, Abdul Razak Hassan, and Luis Smoka. That is my second lineup. I've got two lineups for you guys. You guys might agree, you might disagree. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of these two lineups, if you think they could be successful or not. As I said, I think Roque Martinez, even though the physique is not there, the odds are against him. I do believe he can pull it off. And as far as adding an underdog to the lineup, I feel he was the proper pick. Hope you guys enjoyed the UFC fantasy picks for Draftkings video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I'll see you all in the next video.